and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Mr. McMurdo Math Network. I'm your host, Mr. McMurdo. Today we're going to talk about inequalities. What in the world are inequalities? Inequalities. When they ask you to find the inequalities, it's going to say less than, greater than, or equal to. That's all it's asking you to do. Tell me if it's less than, greater than, or equal to. The words there are inequalities. And I know right now you're all, several of you, when I said inequalities, you were like, what? And I was like, it's just less than, greater than, or equal to. And you were like, oh. In the past, previous years of your lives, when we have compared and ordered decimals, you went out to the hundredths place. And when numbers go out to the hundredths place, in my mind, I told you yesterday, I think of money. And if you had to compare or do the inequality to this number, and we had to see which one is less than, greater than, or equal to. Tell me your name?
Matilda.
Matilda. How would we do this, Matilda?
So,
do you have a process, or do you just know the answer?
I just know it.
You just know the answer.
And a process.
And the process? What's the process?
So first, since the 3 digits with the decimal, we have a place value. So at the end of the 7, we put a 0. And so the 7 becomes a 70. And so it's 13.69 is less than 13.70.
I want to tell you something, Matilda. Brilliant! Because that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. When we are comparing decimals, we're going to line them up vertically. Line them up vertically. And putting that 0 on the end, like Matilda said, it's called annexing a 0. Annexing a 0. When you annex a 0, we're just putting this at the end. Think of it like this. If I thought of this as $13.69, and I thought of this as $13.07. If I put how much is 7 dimes worth? 70 cents. So if I make this $13.70, it doesn't change the value, correct? Boom! Shakalaka, we're brilliant. So if I am adding, and I go out to the thousandths place on let's say 206.11. So if I have the following numbers, I have 206 and 19 thousandths. I have 206 and 11 hundredths. I'm going to compare those. As my young friend Matilda told me, we have to write them down, lining them up by the place values. So they both have 206 before the decimal point. Then we have our decimal points lined up. We've lined up our hundreds over our hundreds, our tens over our tens, our ones over our ones, our tenths over our tenths, our hundredths over our hundredths, our thousand. What? We don't have a thousandth over a thousand. But as Matilda told me, we can annex a 0 because that doesn't change the value. In fact, Matilda, I could put 6,283 zeros at the back of this, and it's going to be the same value. Mind blown. I'm just saying, mind blown. You alright over there? Superman, you don't mess in your desk?
Come on!
Okay, good. All right, so then we just look in front of the decimal point. We have 206, 206. 10th place, we have a 0 and a 1. Obviously, 1 is greater than 0. If I had 1 Dr. Pepper and you had 0 Dr. Peppers, then I'd have more. But if I only had 1 Dr. Pepper, I'd be sad. Because I need about 63 of them. Since 1 is greater than 0, we have 206 and 19,000 is less than 206 and 11 hundredths. It is. Okay, let me give just you guys in the room, not those people watching in Nepal. If you're watching in Nepal, shh, plug your ears, don't listen. When you are adding and subtracting decimals, and they don't go out to the same place value, it's the exact same way. You put the 0 at the back, and then you can do your adding and subtracting. I'm just saying, it's the way it be. That's the way it is. That's the way it was. And that's the way it always will be. So, I'm not going to tell anybody that. All right, people of Nepal, you can take your fingers out of your ears. In a moment, you're going to get a chance to work on, we got 4 things. I'm going to divide you into 4 groups, and you're going to get a chance to work on things. We do have several things we'll be working on this week, but you will have several amounts of times to be working on it. Questions? Boom! Shakalaka, peace out, God bless, love you. Do something kind today!